These things were changed for a reason. These things were changed for a reason. Okay. Hey, we have some FACEIT an hour later. Well, we actually have a FACEIT League match to get into here. All right, it's your undefeated 0907 taking on your second seed Metaboiz. Only one loss for this squad. Oasis Kings Road Coliseum, New Junk City in Watchpoint, Gibraltar. Or is your map pool for today? We had Busan banned out by Metaboiz. Headed into map 1 here. Yeah, they can invest a lot of time to make Overwatch classic. They can't fix the health bars. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like just to improve our day-to-day life.
Round one.
Hey, wait a minute. Did they fix health bars? Wait a minute. Health bars are at least on. I can't toggle them. The toggle's not working. So the toggle's still broken. But the option I have them selected to be permanently on is on. So there you go. All right, newly buffed Malga into the mix. Remember, look at that overrun already back off a cooldown. That just got buffed here about an hour ago, and we're seeing essentially immediately put it into use. Willis trying to pull out the Junker Queen, which was strong until today. But with the nerf to both her healing and her Jagged Blade, the Junker Queen, well, it goes down first, but there has been a bit of a clapback. Essentially, Pan gets themselves stuck down in the hallway. No 907 are going to win out this first fight. Not flawless, but they get it done. Oh, so good to have health bars back. God, we went like a month without having health bars. Alright, rotation around the outside. Willis uses the shout, and he's just going to take the ground approach. Oh, John Witch going down, not good, but Bones has been able to clap back, so still hope for 0907 to win this fight, despite not having their sound barrier. In fact, a Kitsune Rush will get thrown into the back, and Central AP just kind of stuck in that hallway. GCB falls as well. Another good fight win here out of 0907. Up in into the high ground. Pick up there on the Bones early. Not sure how they got that one in. Bones was going in to attack, but he doesn't even get the blade off. There's going to be a disastrous fight here from 0907. With that early pick, GCB getting the final blow onto the Genji, and then closed out there with that Kitsune Rush. Here, let me just see if I can just stick the camera somewhere completely illogical. Go check it on Fake Jake here. Has the blade ready to go. You went out with Bones. D-Cruz hiding on the inside. Oh, gets found out, but still manages to get a pick. Blade is in, and with the cage out, oh, the cage fight just gets absolutely decimated. Bones Blades get the job done. Fake Jake tried to come invest late, but Willis is there killing everybody. Never mind the nerf to the Jagged Blade. Willis still landed that thing squaw. No, 997, just one more fight. And I'll take this first sub-map. It's going to be the Deadeye from D-Cruz here to kick things off. Rotation around here from Bones and the rest of 0907. Bones taking a full all the way into the backline rotation. A dangerous move where they've taken a lot of damage. GCB's going to run them off, but meanwhile, back on the front line, Sahara has managed to take down Central APAN. I think Willis picked up one as well. 5v3 on this point. The shot in to try to pursue after the swift step used. The Doomfist, newly buffed Doomfist, back onto this point. Still in a 1v5, though. GCB not going to make it back into the window to stall. First round goes to 0907. I take it all back. I'm happy. We have health bars. I take it all back. We have health bars. I'm happy.
Ready for battle. Five, four, three, two, one. Round two. Capture the objective.
Not surprising to see 0907 stick with the Junker Queen Genji composition. Headed into University. We are going to get Central going back over to the Orisa. And a little bit of the Juicio to go with it. So not quite the Goblin comp. You get the double speed aspect of the Orisa Brawl composition. GCB picked off as Sahara's moved on over to that Ashe. Moving around on this wide flank. Able to get some good shots down. Bones comes up with a nice little three-piece at the end of the fight. The first cap goes to 0907. And I was looking back through some of my conversations with Jada Witch when I talked to him in Season 2. And the Junker Queen Genji was a favorite composition from theirs back then. Even when it wasn't particularly meta. And has become more and more favorable. We've been seeing more and more. And this is right in the wheelhouse of 0907. And kind of sort of get an idea of why they are 10-0s. They've been able to, I don't expect them to change off of this a whole lot today. Even with the recent Nurse and Junker Queen. There you go, into the back. Willis once again making good on that Jagged Blade. Continuing Rush will drive off the rest, splits the attacking forces of Metaboiz while they're trying to push back into this point. So even though the Continuing Rush itself doesn't come up with, like a giant amount of kills, it is a perfect ultimate. One ult invested, and a good fight. Win 50% of the board here for 0907. Orbital Ray combined with the Terra Surge. Good old classic Goblin combo. Docky is able to swift step out. Bones pulls out the Dragon Blade and try to swing this one around after getting GCB. They're able to dash through Fake Jake. Just going to disengage away from that Orisa. Recall used out of D Cruz. Oh, 0907 looking as strong as ever. Picking up exit picks on the exit kills on the back of this fight. Gonna put Metaboiz into a pretty desperate situation. Not something we've said a lot about Metaboiz throughout this season. GCB does make it through on the back end to touch. John Witch was trying to get follow. Yep. And Sahara and John Witch were able to come up with that kill. Bones looking to see if they can pursue the front. John Witch drops the beat down. What was the OG voice line? Let's drop the beat. That'll be the map. Bones with a great one. Excellent showing out of Bones and 0907. They'll take a 1-0 lead.
Play of the game.
No scoreboard? Okay. Apparently we get no scoreboard. It's broke. Let's see. Let's check back in. How's this match going? VP 3-2 on King's Row. No on match point headed into push. Headed into Runasapi. Connecting to chat. That can't be good. Are we good? Are we good, yo? What's up? Come on, internet. Don't be stubborn here. All right, you done with the classic lobby music? All right. Yeah, this scoreboard's going to be a bit scuffed just because we've had to remake this lobby so many times. What's going on, y'all? The Metaboiz just forfeit? I think Metaboiz just forfeit. I can't tell you how much I'm regretting not covering Quick versus Virtus Pro. Ruthless was 100% correct. Match is bugged again? Okay, so they are still playing? I couldn't tell if Vapan was trolling or not. It was the comment of, this is taking too much time, is the one that made me think that it wasn't actually a troll, but then they dropped smiley faces in. So it does look like a troll. Yeah, patch day match day is a bit scuffed. It's a bit scuffed. It's all right, friends. It's all right. Okay. No, they're still going. They're still going. The game just auto-resolved. Metaboiz has no intention of throwing in the towel. That's what I like to hear. That's what I want to hear. Okay. As long as it's just a bug. Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's fine. That's fine. That's the way it's looking. Okay. Let's go remind ourselves of our bans here as we slog through this match. It was Midtown banned out by 0907. We are headed into King's Row here for map number 2. Hey, as long as nobody's throwing in the towel. That's about my initial disgruntledness was, this is taking too long, we're out. Was how that first read to me. But it was just a troll. It was just a troll. I just didn't interpret it properly. That is perfectly fine. You only get 5% of somebody's meaning over text, right? 5. .25% of communication is inflection. tone of voice. 70% of communication is body language. Only 5% of meaning is transferred through the actual words that we use. Therefore, you only get 5% of somebody's meaning when over text. Anyway. Important things to keep in mind. So we head into map 2. Metaboiz heading out on the defense. See if they can tie us up here.
3, 2, 1.
Bringing us out straight Goblin comp. The Ash Genji with the Brig Juno alongside the Orisa. Wilson, the rest of 907, sticking with the Junker Queen. Here with the kind of dive back line. Bones on that Genji and Sahara with that range to kind of help put some pressure down. You definitely need that hit scan. I guess you don't need it, but it's very helpful. We have seen, you know, like the Genji Venture or Genji Tracer in this Junker Queen comp, but particularly on King's Row with this high ground, you can see how, you know, throwing some dynamites in the back line, just that added hit scan pressure has opened up some space for Willis and company to move in and grab high ground, but Central Apen's trying to respond in kind. So the shout in from Willis now into the hotel. Sahara does get overrun. It looks like 007 don't peel back quick enough. And D Cruz ends up being the prevailing hit scan here through fight number 1. All right, Fake Shake dropping down. There's the drop from Central as well. Central already very low, though. Pop that Fortify, heals are in, the speed ring, just to back him up into some cover. And good crossfire coming from the back of Hotel with D Cruz sitting up in that window. It's going to force Wills back after not being able to pick up that kill. Ooh, Jonowich with a great move, though. Doki's going to go ahead and invest the Kitsune rush into this fight. You get an orbital off from the other side. Oh, the sound barrier not in time to save Bones, but the orbital ray passes out past Statue. 0907 threatened to push it through Hotel. Thought better of it. I'm seeing a 4v3 on this point, but here comes reinforcements as Bones is back in this fight. Or excuse me, Fake Jake is back in this fight. Don't let the side swaps fool you. Nice stun on the Bones with the rally. The defense just handling this. Looked like a very broken attack. Did get one tick picked up, but that's about it here. 2.5 minutes off the board. We are coming up on this rampage here for Willis, and doesn't look to be a whole lot to fend it off. Perhaps an aggressive move of Bob to try to separate. I would anticipate a counterpunch Bob out of this defense. Going to be used in response to Mr. Butler coming out from the attacking 0907. There's the rampage out of Willis. Head into the back. That got 3 all the way back through the arches. Immediately picks up a pair of kills with a nice little fleck there on the Fake Jake. Got a headshot on a Texall. Can't land the knife, but the blade's out from Bones to clean up. 907 get it done. They'll get a point on the board.
Objective lost. Stop the pain.
It's a cool skin. Alright, flick around the outside. Uh-oh! That's Willis waiting for you. The slash through, the headshot. Here comes Central trying to back it up. And the shout to get out. Everybody wanting to go fight in the alley. Central, that'd be a good place to throw down the ultimate. Theoretically a good idea, but down in players. And it's not going to work out for them. The attacking 0907 will muscle their way through. Even this orbital ray from Texall not going to be enough to slow him down. 0907 get this cart past the bookstore. Heavy investment for Metaboiz there in that last fight, throwing Blade and Orbital Ray into that. Bob was used very early in that fight as well. So a 3-ult investment here from Metaboiz, and one they're not really able to capitalize on. Now Jonowich here with the sound barrier, trying to push through. Central's very low on health, and here comes Willis and Bones giving chase. It's gonna be a trade onto the Ashes, no more hit scans left. Bones trying to duel it out against a rallying Brig. GCB able to just fight him out. Ooh, looks like they're gonna get through Willis as well. What a rally out of GCB. Central's able to hold down the cart and stop it shy of the second point. Bones will head up to that high ground and go challenge. Ooh, gets the swift step in from Docky as well. Both of them end up low and have to just drop down and kind of give up on that, but D-Cruz does fall all the way to this back side. So proper fight over the corner, Terror Surge thrown in. Orbital Ray mixed with it, and Fake Jake comes up with one. Central Apin finds the final blow in there, and it looks like the 2-ult combo between the Surge and the Beam will win it out once again. 35 seconds to go here for 0907 to get the second point. Both teams not playing the Malga is insane. Is that just it? GG, you feel that buff to Overrun is just instant Malga meta? Is that the general consensus? Willis, escorted by the Speedy Fox, goes in to take down Central Laypan. Big dash, 3 for Bones. He's going to go ahead and pull out the Katana and finds a pair. And then their final opportunity, 0907, come up with a beautiful Rampage Dragon Blade combo. Actually, not even a Rampage in there. It was a Kitsune Rush Dragon Blade combo. Excuse me. Gets the job done. Second point on the board. But only 80 seconds to work with here. Fake Shake in a 1v2 up on this high ground. Was hoping they could get Docky, but the Suzu prevented the death there. Rampage just picks up one. Jonowich is going to go in and throw in the sound barrier as Fake Jake has bladed in the back. Bones does eventually get cut down, and the purple fades off of that Rampage. +1 to the defense as Willis eats an energy javelin, and here comes Fake Jake trying to follow up on that some more. Falls back into the safe embrace of that Brig. Meanwhile, Central is getting some much-needed space in there, and GCB just holding down the fort. Anybody who dared go try to grab that Mega, GCB was there waiting for him. Deflect onto the energy javelin for Bones. Just kind of holding the line here for one last attempt. But you know what? This is not the first time I've said that. 0907 seemed to be kind of on death's door multiple times throughout King's Row, and they've always pulled through. Can they do it here? They will have a Bob and the Kitsune Rush to work with. There's so many ultimates on the other side, including this Rally, Beam, Blade, all thrown in simultaneously to take Jonowich out of this fight. Docky's going to go ahead and throw in the Kitsune Rush, pays for it immediately. Moving on to the point, Willis gets cut down. Bob thrown in, doesn't even make it to the card.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Oh, Willis putting the Junker Queen away. And on to this defense. We're going to go back in a little bit of the old fastball. Straight Goblin comp here for 0907. Looking like Metaboiz is showing us the same. So head on to this attack. Oh, that was actually a good move, and I botched it.
3, 2, 1.
Ground-based defense here, only keeping the Brig and the Ashe on the high ground. A pretty aggressive approach out of 0907. Willis giving chase as Central Apian heads up there. Willis is in pursuit, but is it going to be in time? Jonowich is low, dancing and dodging around in the corner. Holy cow, good moves from Jonowich to stay alive through that. Willis does get there to back him up in time. As Jonowich buys the precious seconds needed to stay alive. Jonowich goes down there, that might as well just be the point. That corner is then wide open. What a hold. A hairy couple of seconds. And 0907 are not out of hot water just yet. Fake Jake up here on the window, and we saw Bones giving chase there a second ago. Central Apian has managed to get some high ground position as well, so important ground picked up here from Metaboiz, and end up trading out, but they lose Texall as they drop. So push it into the back, and the map has been flipped. Well, let's just go in spear to spear with Apian on the inside. Slowly, percentage is building, but Sahara takes Fake Jake down and puts a stop to that. Now reinforcements are starting to show up, and we're going to get another little do-si-do. Rally invested from GCB. As they push past statue into house, land the stun. Jonowich drops a rally of their own. A battle in the corner between the Brigs, but Jonowich brought friends here to the party. And ends up being a beatdown from 0907. Nearly 2 minutes off the clock. Not a tick to show here for Metaboiz. Are coming up on some ultimates, though. We're going to get the Terra Surge Blade combo here soon enough. But it is available for both teams. And a little bit sooner here for the defense. So no center trying to push in. It's the orbital out from both squads. The attacking Apan pulls out the Terra Surge first through the mix. Fake Jake not close enough to that blade, but Bones does go down. Will not be investing theirs here today. Sahara is able to put a Bob into the mix. Here comes Fake Jake looking for the kill. Little dance around Fake Jake. And able to pick up Sahara on the back of a kill from Daki as well. And here comes the cavalry. Fake Jake with an aggressive play and delivers that point. Here from Metaboiz. Ah! Bones challenging the window. Does still have Blade. In fact, both Dragon Blades are online. The only ultimates in the server at the moment. There's Bones dropping in. Go ahead and pull it out. Tana's able to get one, but everybody else disengages. Metaboiz back into spawn. Just wait for that reinforcement. Back on the attack to see if they can strike back with their own katana. Fake Jake there on the front line. Deflect used early. A bit of pressure rotating there with GCB and Apan. Bones still in control of window for now. D-Cruz pushes forward into this. Fake Jake is going to go ahead and move in with the Beam Blade combo. Gets one slash and the dash, but Bones escapes only momentarily. And the kill feed lights up blue, and Metaboiz get this car rolling. By the way, the Gilded Genji looks very nice. Very nice. It's freaking cool. Multiple ultimates online here for the retake from 0907. Orbital Ray thrown out into the back. Central Apan pulled a couple in, but the rest of 0907 just goes right past the cart. Bob thrown in right on top of Willis, mid-Terra Surge, but a late orbital that, I mean, Really, it's not late. It's 097. We're able to fight through into the back half of the fight, staying in their orbital the whole time. But map has been flipped through this. 3 players from Metaboiz still trying to see if they can get this cap in. They've managed to get 1 pick. Oh, no, it is a 3v3 here on this point. I was thinking it was a 4v3. There's Bones back into this fight. And now the balance has certainly been tilted in favor of 0907 with a couple kills coming through. Well, that's an aggressive move there. Sahara sneaks in from Alley, put in the bomb, and gets a kill, and not just D-Cruz, but Texal as well. Oh, giving the hunt here. Oh, beautiful move. Sahara with the deep flank and the 3-peats. Nice little play there on the Ash. Athena just reminding us there's only 30 seconds left to go on the clock. Rotation around through Alley here from Metaboiz. Looks like they are going to push out right by Gordon's. Fake Jake in to challenge that high ground. Giving chase. Okay, regroups with the rest of the team. Bunch of ultimates from both sides to work with. Looks like they're all coming out on this corner. Central APAN with the terrorist surge, but Jonowich is able to back away with the rally, and everybody staying alive through it. Bones has a blade and was looking to chop through Central APAN, but Fake Chance just responded with one of their own. Finds the kill onto the Genji. Central APAN is left kind of alone on point to try to hold the fort. As all the ultimates are expended, a lot of 0907 players still standing here on this defense, and it looks like they're going to send Metaboiz packing, moving up to match point. Hey, we actually have stats. Somewhat. There's stats for map 1. Stats for map 2 haven't been generated yet, but stats for map 1 are in. Alright, so we're just a map behind. It's all good. It's all good. Big place from Jonowich on that brick. I still thinking back on that initial fight where Jonowich is able to stay alive in that corner up against the Orisa. Just kind of ducking around and, I mean, making sure to keep that proc inspired, all while keeping the shield up. Really nice balance, really nice dance. I mean, it forces a lot of time off of that. It prevents that take super early on. If Metaboiz go into point B with, you know, a couple more minutes on the bank, we're probably looking at a different score line. You know, a big move there out of Jonowich in that first fight, kind of to hold. Good micro plays to hold. We're just finalizing some lineups here. We get ready for map number 3. Was Esperanza banned out? Runa Sapi, if memory serves correctly. Runasapi was the pick. Oh no, it's Caliseo. Caliseo was the pick here out of 0907.
Arriving at Coliseum. Initiating match.
Good lord. Sorry, the trash truck is like right outside my window, so if y'all hear weird, loud mechanical noises, that's what it is. I'm sorry.
seconds.
Okay, sorry, that was really loud. I had to mute. But we're back. We're getting the Zarya out here from APAN. As well as has gone back over to the Junker Queen here for this push map. We're also seeing both teams pulling out the Sojourn. Sojourn becoming more and more popular since the recent buff, but Willis with a couple of great finishing blows. Ends up with 3 in the fight. First control going over quite promptly, might I add, to 0907. We are seeing Fake Jake giving that Tracer a little bit more of a day in court. Remember, Tracer just got a second taken off of recall. So able to get back in that fight just a little bit faster on each engagement really does make a big difference. So we'll see if Fake Jake's able to put good use out of the newly buffed Tracer and try to get that point on the board, get rid of that goose egg. Good pressure early on here into Willis, but a sound barrier thrown in combined with a Kitsune rush. Then 0907 are going rocketing through the front line. Good catch of the aggression there from Central APAN. And Texel's going to respond with their own orbital ray. With that orbital so slow pushing through these central arches, you can see it's dreadfully tailing behind the fight in a quick disengage. Gets everybody from 0997 out of harm's way. That's an overclock out of D Cruz. Ooh. That's a knife stuck in your chest. Comes the aggressive push, and Willis moving in. Blade is out. Central APAN with the Terror Surge over the point, and just back to the high ground goes Willis. He had a Rampage invested, and it looks like Metaboiz are able to just stand tall through all of it, as Willis is going to get muscled down here on the outside. Central APAN does fall. Metaboiz are able to keep rolling here on the card. So they get a lot of space with, I mean, just investing that orbital ray. Don't even really get a kill to get the initial amount of space, then turn up with a fight win. And on the back of that, looks like Metaboiz might just get the checkpoint here. Yep, Willis will not make it in time. Oh, I said that. No, Willis did make it in time. Oh, unbelievable. Central APAN's back, though. We are going to get a fight here in the cubby. Willis is going to drop down back behind and just right into the thick of things. A couple of quick shots on to Texel to get the Juno, get the high priority target out of the fight. Cut the sustain down and then focus down the Orisa. Wow. Impeccable play out of Wilson 0907. Not to just get the contest, but to go in and drop it as aggressively as they do into the back of the cubby. If everybody turns and catches Willis making that drop, Willis is instantly deleted. But that split second of surprise is all it took for Willis to turn that fight on its head, and we're headed right back the other direction. D Cruz cut down early in this fight. 5v4 here for 0907. There's still a bit of ways to go here for TS1. There's the drop down from Metaboiz. Everybody hiding in the cubby. Taki's going to go ahead and throw in this Kitsune rush. Orbital Ray invested in this one. This is a much tougher spot for 0907 to deal with it as well. Right through this little close quarters area. Ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, but that added sustain might serve him well. We'll see if Willis can get it done here. The Rampage is good. APAN and GCB are both low with the Terror Surge being invested. And APAN's able to find Sahara with that. GCB able to top back up. Same can't be said here for Willis and the bot back in control of Metaboiz. Coming back with a couple of DPS ults and a sound barrier. GCP with a great tool to fend off the only weapon that 0907 have to get themselves back in this. Otherwise, it's going to be checkpoint and more. The D-Cruz not getting anything with this first ultimate. This one's going to fall a little flat. You still have a rail in the charge. One in the chamber. Can't land it. Bones now moving in. Pushes it across. Baits out the sound barrier. Now, I mean, Metaboiz have to get a kill on this. Texall will deliver and take Bones down. Knew they had to found the most important target. The preemptive sound barrier could have been a turn for the worse, and still might, as Willis is able to find D-Cruz and Texall way overextending. FACEIT is in, but in too deep. All of this in the name of getting the checkpoint here from Metaboiz, so I guess success as far as that's concerned. What a play there out of Texall to make that happen. If Texall doesn't get that kill on the Bones, I think it's an immediate recontest. Now, you do have sound barrier as well as Blade ready to go, but what is that? How does Willis go down? That cannot be happening if you're 0907. Not right now. Oh, what a turn. Kitsune rush in, Doki immediately goes down. Orbital Terra Surge up at top, Beam Surge if you would. It ends up being an extremely powerful combo. Pull them in, extra damage, extra healing. What more do you want? What more could you ask for if you're Metaboiz? Perhaps you're a 5th player. Wasn't quite flawless. Who are we missing? Where's your hit scan? D-Cruz is back in this fight. 118 to 60 lead. Dash in for the katana. 2 slashes and the dash on the GCB for the kill. Ooh, misses the dash up but gets the hit onto D-Cruz for a pair. FACEIT finds Sahara, but will be forced off. Texall might just get taken down here. Yeah, Texall. Oh! Actually gets Bones. Give me some Texall pop. Never mind. I respect it. I respect it. Rampage sound barrier at the ready. Willis kind of needs to hurry, I feel like. Otherwise, you're going to get a sound barrier up on the other side. Overclock in. D-Cruz takes one of those shots. Ooh, a little dodge on the other. But Bones still manages to send them to spawn. And GCB as well, for that matter. So no Rampage needed. That's going to be checkpoint picked up here for 0907. Willis camping right there at the line of victory. With just under 2 minutes to go. Still has Rampage in the pocket. Alright, Central has this found out. Ooh, good jab spin. Completely throws off the Rampage. The purple fades and just absolutely nothing. So now a sound barrier engaged. Will is pulled in by the Terra Surge. Here comes Central trying to pursue. Has to Hark on the corner. A good Suzu. Keep them alive through it. And D-Cruz becomes the focus of 0907. But FACEIT and Central have been able to respond. FACEIT getting into the mix. Oh, this is just tit for tat. 1 for 1 on kills. Sahara at 48 health. And Central will muscle them down. Here comes Bones the next on the chopping block. Bones will trade out. Who's got bot? A lone GCB is who?
60 seconds remaining.
So checkpoint picks up is good for 0907, but they need a win here in this fight. And they are 1 to 3 in ultimates, and important ones at that. Kitsune Rush thrown in through the orbital ray. GCB and Texall find the kills. 0907 are not able to escape through this little side alley, despite having help from the Fox. And the bot is already running back the other direction. Willis waiting back here for reinforcements, and just making sure to survive here through the pressure of FACEIT. I think Jonowich has come back to contest the point. Indeed. So Harris made a swap over to the Tracer, but it is low. Making sure that they get a touch. Don't want to neglect cart. Yep, you do have a bot. Oh! On the bot. On the bot. Oh, okay. Okay. They got off bot just before the 3-second mark, and I was worried that they thought they had the OT initiated when they absolutely did not. Sound barrier engaged here, though. The last ultimate. Well, that's until Central is going to get this Terra Surge online. Bones is going to go and pull off the blade in this close quarters. Can't find really a good target. GCB does eventually get cut down. A patient blade from Bones, but now they're caught in the Terra Surge and just sent all the way back to Horizon Lunar Colony. Metaboiz hanging on here through the desperation of 0907 to get rid of the goose egg and put a French fry on the board. We're headed to map 4. All right. Metaboiz ain't done with this one yet. No 3 Overwatch here today, friends. You know, I've been a little disappointed. I was touting this as being a competitive match. That's one of the reasons I picked it, because I thought it'd be highly competitive. Metaboiz digging deep there and kicking off first map they need to start a reverse sweep. Let's see if they can get it done here in Flashpoint. No bans for Flashpoint. We're headed right into New Junk City. Didn't even have time to kick on my own lobby music, which went with Overwatch Classic lobby music. And I am okay with that. First Flashpoint, the Hammer Mill. I know, it's a bit longer than Arena, but it sounds better.
Initial flashpoint arena.
All right, 0907, trying to pull out something that we talked about incorporating just this exact hero with this composition back on King's Row instead of using a hit scan. And the chaos that is Flashpoint can work out well to converge onto one target, high mobility, but not this time. Metaboiz are going to ride that wave of momentum coming out from map 3, and they're going to win this first fight here at map number 4. Oh, hey, I might as well give y'all the game, huh? That'd probably be good, huh? Top tier streamer. And observer, let me tell you. I had this great camera angle in the beginning too. I was all proud of it. I got too wrapped up in my camera. I forgot to switch y'all's point of view over. Part of it is I have a very sharp pain in my shoulder. It hurts like hell. Anyway. Willis trying to push forward. Shout, engage. They're on to Central Wave. Pan, jab, spin, use, fortify, use, and you still can't get the heck out of dodge. Nowhere to go. The overwhelming speed there from Lucio, Juno, and, excuse me, just from the Lucio and the Junker Queen was enough to run down the Juno Lucio on the other side. Metaboiz caught a little flat-footed in that one, I dare say. Orbital Terror Surge thrown in. Oh, what a projected spare there. Landed on to Willis, who's still low, and there's no Kiriko to top off that Junker Queen. So pressure mounts there, and it ends up being Bones being first to fall. The Lucio healing just not enough to keep everybody up. But Willis has returned. Rampage in. Sound barrier out from GCB. Manages to keep everybody alive through it. FACEIT comes up with another kill, taking Jonowich out of this fight. So we will not see the sound barrier out of 0907. I think all we're going to see is a point on the board here for Metaboiz. FACEIT playing on the south side. Give me a blade in for Bones here to kick things off. But that's not going to invest early. Sound barrier is well into this. And Bones is just slashing at ghosts. Nothing there to find. So Hera's going to be the next one to toss an ultimate into this fight, emerging onto this point, and that one, they're able to converge on the Central A-Pan. Central A-Pan just running into 4 different 0907 players in that corner. Great job from 0907 to create that mismatch. With a lot of Metaboiz still stuck in the back room, A-Pan gets caught LOSing the majority of their team. Still, it goes down to a 2v1 by the time it's all said and done. So Hera's low on this. FACEIT comes up with a kill. Willis will pressure them down, and first cap does go to 0907 as Jonowich returns, I think from a little taxiing duty. Oh no, Jonowich died during that, didn't they? Oh, I slept on my shoulder wrong or something. God, it hurts so bad, y'all. God, it hurts. Alright, consider a rush into the Terra Beam. We've seen 0907 try this before. It never works out. I think that is like 5 for 5 of Terra Surge Orbital Beam combo winning out against the Kitsune Rush. I mean, granted, it's a 2-for-1 trade, so it's not the worst thing in the world there for 0907. But it has been just consistent fight wins when you have those two available here from Central and Texas. Oh, it just popped. I don't know if that helped, but it just popped. Oh, Terra taking a lot of poke on that approach. Ducking out of the way, forced to use the burrow early, headed back on to the objective. Just a quick little push in. Ooh! Central A-Pan forced off. Sarah Harris still lows. The Rampage is out. Central Purple still goes in, trying to find that kill. Can't get it. Good peel out of Jonowich. And GCB taken out there at the back of the fight. Oh, nice 2-piece out of Bones. Good start for 0907 here to find both supports. I mean, that should just do it, right? Bones is able to get into the back line by that positioning. What's going on out here? That's what's going on out here. All right, no orbital to deal with this Kitsune this time. Daki has done a really good job of getting this belt up in like record speed. They need to use it quickly. Otherwise, it's going to have the exact same problem they've had before. That is Tectonic Shock thrown in here from Sahara to Buy a little bit of space. There comes the big combo from the other side. Once again, Terra Beam ends up prevailing through the ultimates. Now, granted, I mean, maybe 0907 had that one clocked as they did not invest their Kitsune Rush in that one. You know, had it, had the ults tracked on that one. That would leave 0907 free to use this Kitsune Rush here in this fight. Oops, some damage coming on the outside. D-Crew's playing that flank angle. Oh, and a nice Kitsune is Daki is able to turn the corner with it, kind of angle it back in towards the back line. Central A-Pan with the speed ring, trying to get out, but that Kitsune is going to empower Willis to continue to go forward. Ooh, good rampage, and that's 4 hit with that. And that's the best rampage yet on the day. What a play out of Willis. Really patient play out of both Willis and Daki to maximize the value out of their ultimates, and it pays off big time as they flip this point at 92. Nilio, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you had a good stream. I hope you had a good game. I assume you were just, did you have a match? Were you streaming your match? Hope it went well for you. Now, the sound barrier engage here out of Jonowich, but they're not really getting a whole lot with it, are they? My goodness, just the hubris to run out and get cut down out in the open. I think the sound barrier was just permission to go feed. Point flips. The Metaboiz should take the lead on the back of this. I don't think there's any chance anybody get back to this, right? Yeah, no shot. Where are we headed? Junkyard? We got Junkyard and Ducks left. Which one you got? It's Ducks. Everybody guessed correctly. Actually, I wanted to decrease pop. Whoa! That's a blade in your face. Used to be able to get the sound barrier down. There's the Terror Surge up top. Bones taking a good amount of damage. And the Terror Surge, just the opener that Metaboiz needed here to get first cap for this 4th objective here in the Ducks. The last one they need to send us on over to that map 5. No ultimates for 0907 as Bones, you know, just saunters in. Dash up into the high ground. There's the orbital. It's headed out, I mean, just towards where the bulk of 0907 are sitting. Bones ends up separated and dashing back to the high ground. Here comes the pursuit from GCB and company. Yeah. Alongside D-Crews, they're going to pick that one up. Focus on a tech hull, not enough, so 0907 does not get the target they were hunting for in this exchange. Now forced to try to push back in a 4v5. With only about 20% to go, I mean, they've got to make a move. Bones is coming back in on a Tracer. It is back in this fight. We'll get a 5v5. Willis close to the ultimate, but not quite there yet. 5% left to go. Who's going to get this touch? That is Bones underneath, who's able to initiate the overtime. Willis now using a shot to make a move, opening things up for Central A-Pan to push into the backline. Sahara's able to pick up Texall, though, and Central A-Pan sitting at about half health. As Daki's going to invest this orbital ray after moving on over to a Juno of their own, and Sahara gets another kill in this fight. So, it won't be that easy for Metaboiz to force a map 5. Nope.
Thanks.
The Terror Surge orbital ray are not in sync anymore here for Metaboiz. It's kind of been their go-to guaranteed fight win combo. Central APN fortified to block the bomb. Jab spin to force Willis down to the low ground and see if they can hold this high ground, but still too much damage comes through. As Sahara and Jonowich are still able to push across despite the early efforts, and it's right back to the drawing board here for Metaboiz. Based on that one pick, the pursuit is in just to try to ensure they don't get another look here at the Ducks. And we head to Junkyard for one last final point. Willis and company are able to move back inside. 95 on the clock. Fake Jake has got to be the one to touch. Is down on the objective, but recall's already been forced out. Rally in. You hear from Jonowich, but they die trying to get down to the low ground. That was an aerial catch on the energy javelin. Now the Terra Surge is going to put D. Cruz in a bad spot, and the spear interrupts the rampage. Willis still manages to get Central with it, but they will be the only target. What a beautiful spear out of APAD to send us into map 5. A selfless tank sacrificing themselves for the betterment of Metaboiz. We'll see you on Escort.
Play of the game.
All right. Scoreboard's still a map behind, so it just feels weird, like showing y'all map 3 stats right now. Like so. I mean, we can take a look at it at the end if you like, I suppose. But we are headed to map number 5. As Metaboiz bring this thing back, what was a dominant map 1 and 2 out of 0907. I mean, we go the distance. We go the distance on that opening map, but I mean, it still felt pretty firmly in control of 0907. I mean, I say that, like, looking back at stats. I mean, Central APA leading the lobby with 20,000 damage. They're back on map 1. And leading in damage there on map number 2 as well. But this is also an Orisa versus a Drunker Queen, so don't put too much measure into that. For the most part. Central APA does switch to a Drunker Queen of their own. All right.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar. Initiating launch.
Circuit band out here for map 5. It's 09 and 07's pick here for your 5th and final map. I knew this was going to be a banger series. I knew this was the perfect match to pick up for this time slot. I never had any doubts. I didn't let anybody in chat instill doubt into my brain. No, no, no. That never happened, y'all. That never happened. Let's get into map 5. Alright, Widowmakers on both sides. Of course, the teleport just to get most players here into the Mega Room. And try to set D. Cruz up on this angle. See if they can find a shot onto Docky or perhaps... Woo! Or perhaps Sahara. That's a good opener. That'll do the trick. Oh, D. Cruz. Or, excuse me, that was Bones. Yeah. Well, let's say it was D. Cruz just nearly had Bones. And that brain flipped its side on which way it wanted to present that information. A lot of space picked up here on that initial pick on the Sahara, but it looks like Sahara is able to strike back, pick up one of their own. Backline moving in to reclaim high ground. Willis has rejoined up top. Central A-Pin and Fake Jake are just going to push this cart to this corner. Now what? Fake Jake is going inside. Where's A-Pin? A-Pin went back up to center box. Keep an eye on Sahara's positioning here. Yeah, this could... Oh! D-Cruz certainly was. Primal Rage out of Central and Server. Yeah, you're absolutely right. In Server here, Nano was thrown on the Jotowich to keep them alive through that, but still stuck in a corner. This is going to be a tough escape. Bionate used out of Docky, and it's still not going to be enough to save their cohort. Cohort on healing. Willis is going to lay an egg of a self-destruct out of the base. Can you get back to contest? They can't, but Bones does long enough for Willis to get back onto this cart. Rowley now invested here from Jotowich on this fight. You hear the sniper shots pouring in as Docky is making sure to not peek around that corner too much, but still has to manage to keep Willis topped up. I say that. Jotowich and Willis are both looking a little low as the Orbital Ray is invested here from Metaboiz, and they're going to muscle this thing over the line. A little bit of a battle over shuttle. Let's check in on our Widowmakers here. Oh, that's a dive in. Central Vin says, no, I'm just going to take your Widowmaker out of the fight entirely, as GP is going to go ahead and just pop this rally. And that anti-nade's not going to do much against that. Oh, there's the nice little combo. The bash, flail, whip shot flail. And that's the end of the sustain here for this defense of 0907. Metaboiz are just continuing to march through Watchpoint Gibraltar. They're going to have over, just under, 5 minutes on the clock. Oh, that was assuming that they were able to cap on that. They let the contest through. A couple players able to push through the chokes. I thought Metaboiz would be able to hold that one out, but with the Nano engaged there, Willis is able to try to hold the line. Central Apan does have a primal on this objective as they leap back in. Woo! Got one shot there. Jotowich caught in the corner. Now Docky's stuck inside of a Winston bubble. Willis does pick up one with the self-destruct, but the inevitable cap does come through. I didn't see it, Fake Jake. I did not see how you got hit by that bomb. So Willis on to the Winston after the Diva just giving up so much ground here. We do get the Mog out of Central Apan as they push up. Sights in from D-Cruz. Everybody making the escape. Jotowich just gets blown to bits. Mid-rally there by the pulse bomb. What a plant by Fake Jake. And it seems no matter which direction that 097 look, that there's always a separate player to come in and hit him from the other side. You keeping an eye on Central Apan. Fake Jake comes in with the pulse. You keep an eye on Fake Jake's. D-Cruz is there to put the shot on you, but Bones takes the ladder out of the fight. And it's just the pressure relief valve needed from 0907 to prevent this cap with record time. Oh, a cool little move from Willis. You're going to get the rally out of the back line. Bones just dashes right through. Contested the last second here from Willis. Want to make sure to protect Jotowich and Docky on their right-hand side. Central Apan are trying to see if they can get around him, but they're taking so much damage, they're forced to use the overrun just to back out. GCB now pushed up to try to help them out and got themselves low doing so. Is lucky to back out of there in one piece. Nano boost thrown onto Willis on this point. Bionade lands onto Central Apan as they invest the cage fight into this. Mines are not going to prevent the cap. I don't think. Bones is still hanging out. And the corpse of the Wrecking Ball still sits on the objective as the third point is on the board.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
Okay, I was wondering. So is the roof of that just into a mountain? Is that what's going on there? Okay, anyway.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Stop the pain.
No surprises compositionally. Ooh. Almost had that opener. Big chick forced out of that one. GCB does get a good opening pick. Oh, in fact, a couple of good opening picks here from the defense. The GCB is able to hold down this top hallway. While Fake Jake and D Cruz are kind of holding off the distance in the flank, you get the support line alongside Central APN, able to kind of clog up that hallway and not let Willis through. He's going to go ahead and go back over to the Diva here. I think just feels more comfortable in this hero. Ends up being just a slow push on Cart, trying to put pressure in that way. Fake Jake comes in to contest a little bit. Sahara's still putting shots in down range. One good one could just open this thing up. Good job from Willis, able to get out. I think Fake Jake was certainly looking for this pulse. Bones is taking out down low, but we're starting to get a lot of the defenders pushed down into the car wash. Yeah, Bones will back out. Pulse actually lands. What a stick! The Crew's taking a shot, jumping back down low. The defense now relegating to... Ooh, and the drop low works out. Sahara did not see the change. Was looking at the previous spot where D Cruz had put the shot from the high ground and immediately drops and makes the rotation. Now the defense are looking to pursue these picks. At the very least, have built up to a nice little bank of ultimates, but so have both teams, really, for that matter. Well, they know Sahara's up here now. Bionade lands. Essential's going to go ahead and throw the Primal Rage in. Jump back just to force the... Who was that up there, as a matter of fact? That had to be Bones, right? Ooh, Fake Jake got stuck on that wall for a moment. Oh, Jonowich almost had him. Still, the defense has been able to clog up every point. 0907 trying to see if they can move across this high ground. Maybe we're going to server room. You got to cross the sight lines of D Cruz to make that happen. Currently suppressed a little bit there by Sahara, but Fake Jake lands the pulse on the inside, and that's going to be the end of that attack. Metaboiz have claimed this high ground. 30 seconds to go for 0907. We are 15 seconds away from the lead in EMEA Expert changing hands with only 3 games to go. Willis with the nano boost into the high ground. GCB drops back down with the rally. Orbital Ray invested in as well. 3 ults from the attacking 0907. So far, not much to show for it. Jonowich falls off of the shield bash. Everybody from 0907 goes down into the Mega Cubby, where it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade in their favor. Still lots of work to be done. The Central's going to pop this Primal down low. Willis is down. D Cruz is able to find a pick as well. And it looks like Metaboiz have done it. GCB already dropping the thank you in chat as Metaboiz complete the reverse sweep here against the undefeated 0907. they will steal away the lead here in EMEA Expert. Both teams will move up to 10-1 on the season, but Metaboiz now have this head-to-head, giving them first place seeding. What a series! What a reverse sweep! God. A match that took nearly 2.5 hours to complete. Because, you know, patch day, match day. Metaboiz get it done. A recently buffed Maga, kind of being the secret weapon there in the pocket of Central APAD. And then using the Winston at the end. The Winston prowess coming out on top. Willis just not quite able to match there in that final, I mean, the home of Winston, the most Winston of Winston maps of Watchpoint Gibraltar. I mean, the D.Va can be a good counter directly to the Winston, but just doesn't quite provide the same utility. When trying to take that high ground, when trying to slowly take away space there for the opposing team. And we saw Willis go back and forth between the D.Va and the Winston, both defensively and offensively there in map number 5. My goodness. All right, GG's. GG's. Outstanding match. Worth the wait. Worth the wait. My goodness. Check it back in. Hey, Quick did manage to get that Ruin Asapi, but do drop it on Sarabossa. So VP come out with a 3-1 dub over Quick today as well. Which I think are your only 2 matches that were happening today. Yeah, everything else is tomorrow. Yep, everything else is tomorrow. We will have Deja Vu taking on Pytel tomorrow. It's our first time getting Pytel on stream. Looking forward to that. So we'll have that taking place at 2 Eastern or 8 o'clock Central European Standard Time. We will also have Team Mid taking on YFP tonight for your NA matchup. So this will be an NA Master matchup. This one came in at a request that I got during a random quick play game. Somebody recognized me and requested that I stream this match during my quick play game. So I said, sure, let's do it. So there you go. But that's all I have for you for now, friends. GG's to Metaboiz on the reverse sweep. Holy cow. Holy cow. Well done. Well done.